Well, it would appear that KVD has taken a page out of my book. There's just one problem. He's not very good at it. Sadly, I don't have Twitter, so the first I actually heard of this was when I received this comment from Outcast2739. I'm here because I saw a Mr. Nutflicker video, and this was on a video that I have done where I basically called KVD a cunt for 30 minutes because he was being a cunt. So, of course, I went and checked out Mr. Nutflicker and found the video, as well as all of the comments were absolutely bloody hilarious. I'll leave a link in the description. You guys should absolutely go watch it. I genuinely believe he was the first to sort of report on this on YouTube, although from what I understand, it's made a hell of a round on Twitter. Again, I don't have Twitter. In fact, I keep calling it Twitter. I believe it's called X now. I don't know. So, what is this mind-boggling revelation that Kamikaze Von Doom has suddenly had? Well, thanks to the power of technology, we can absolutely go and check that out.
Just remember, Stalker, they hate me. They don't hate me because of me. They hate me because of what I'm doing, and they wish they were doing it too.
These are your last 4 videos for the Division 2. This works out to a total of about 24k views. These are my last 4 videos in terms of Division 2. This works out to 17.5k views. Yes, I'm behind. This is your sub count. Yeah, 120k. This is my sub count, 11.4. I don't know what it is you are doing, but it ain't working. Sorry. No one hates you for what it is you're doing, or no one wishes we were doing it.
You see what I mean? Because if people actually knew me, they don't hate me. In fact, I get more love than anything. I'm pretty sure my channel has a 98 or 97% approval rating. But I think what it is a lot of them just hate because they want what we have. And the only way to get what you have is to earn it. So you gotta earn that shit, man. You gotta... Yeah, dude, you gotta work them late nights. I mean, shit, dude, the last day of the PTS, I spent 10 hours making YouTube videos for the PTS. And now I'm gonna have videos for the next 2 weeks.
10 hours worth of videos. For you, that's like 2 videos, right? Just checking. You see, the problem is it's all about relevance. And sadly, a lot of your videos just aren't relevant to the current thing happening at the time within the Division 2. It's a very hard thing to keep up with relevance within a game, and if you can't do it, what you need is a very short, sweet, concise, impactful video. And this, my friend, is an art that is very much lost on you, taking 40 minutes on average. Your average video is 36 minutes long, and the content within it can be covered in about 7 minutes. This is the big problem that people have with you. Now, I have heard it's due the way in which you speak and the way in which you deliver is due to an injury due to a military service. If that's true, then fine, granted. But, I don't know, you could always...
All about the PTS, and I'm going to be the only person in the world that has that content. And it's because I'm the only person in the world that will do that. You know what I mean?
Again, that doesn't mean it's relevant. I mean, what did the PTS actually have to offer? Streamlined. Great. Very powerful talent, needs to be nerfed, and I believe the dev notes actually did state that they will be nerfing it. The new exotic holster. Again, this was actually a pretty useful bit of gear. I didn't quite like how overtuned it was, and it's going to cause problems in PvP. They have again stated that they're going to be bringing that back a little bit, but during PvE they've not touched it, which is also a problem because you can be functionally immortal. The new exotic RPK, it felt nice, it felt okay. Little bit lackluster at the top end, but apparently they're doing something to address that. And the new exotic mask is going to become like the best in slot thing for basically goddamn every bloody build. They are. I just covered the entire PTS in about a minute. What are you making videos on? There's nothing else to cover.
A lot of people don't have that motivation. A lot of people don't have that dedication. And with me being special ops...
Now, I imagine a lot of people are going to want me to comment on this part in particular because I have made no secret about my time in the military. However, in defense of him and against any naysayers out there, as well as the comments that are going to be happening on this video, if I catch a single whiff of someone trying to claim him as like a Walter Mitty or anything without 100% proof, I am removing your comment, and if you continue to do so, I will ban you. I don't know the guy. I've never met him, never served with him. I do know what he looks like, and I've got a pretty damn good memory. I don't know him. I do not know. I'm aware there's a lot of people who try to claim him as a Walter Mitty. If you don't have proof, shut your fucking mouth.
And all that in the military, I have both of those. And I have a drive that a lot of people don't have. Like, I'll keep going. I don't care.
They should have at least beaten some integrity into you, though, which I'm surprised they didn't, because you have none.
So, just make sure you're doing it legit. Make sure you do it organically, because I know a lot of these people do it fake. And they have fake numbers, and a lot of these people won't do raids on Twitch because they know it's all fake. You know, if you fake your numbers on Twitch, you can't raid them to other people, right? So a lot of those fake fucks, they'll never raid people because they don't have real numbers.
This is actually something I've spoken on before, and sadly, pot kettle black, one of the biggest perpetrators of this is him. There is a bot or an extension that you can install on Twitch through Chrome, Firefox, etc., that shows active viewers and then displayed viewers. It looks like this. So this has 378 displayed viewers and 371 active viewers. That means that there are genuinely 371 people watching this stream, and there are 7 bots. Now, those bots can actually be anything. A lot of the Twitch moderation and the Twitch bots that you will have in your chat natively are bots. So that's probably what they are. And the more viewers you have, the more bots actually come in, the more the algorithm tries to insert itself into that stream. So that's actually a pretty damn organic stream, essentially. Now, annoyingly, I don't actually have the screenshots of it, but the last few times I've caught KVD streaming, it will say like 760, so 760 shown viewers, but the active viewers will be like 50 people. So, yeah. It's hilarious that he's trying to call people out for this when he's the one doing it. Not to mention as well that when you raid someone, it took me a minute to realise he's talking about Twitch raiding. In my head, I was like, Iron Horse? People do Iron Horse all the time on Twitch. But yeah, he's talking about like actually sending your community over to another person. When that happens, Twitch has a delay. So if you've got like 100 people, only like 10 of them will initially register. So it will show your stream as 10. It takes like an hour or two for it to actively catch up on the VOD because of the integrated Twitch bots. I'm not very technically minded, but I do know that it's just there's a delay on Twitch. I know this, for crying out loud, and I'm about as inept on Twitch as a toaster is in a bathtub. Like, it's just not going to go well. And yes, there have been a few people that have view-botted themselves on Twitch. There's one person who's pretty damn famous for it, but generally speaking, overall, it doesn't happen that much within Division 2. To put it simply, the community isn't big enough or care enough for it to actively happen at all. And most of the time when it does happen, the community rallies and scares that person off by basically just doing nothing but talking shit in their chat for like ever until that person eventually gets the hint and leaves. So it doesn't really happen at all. And when it does happen, it's because a certain someone has gone live.
Just remember that, man. Do it organically. Dude said, I know fake people. Yep, me too.
If the enemy doesn't turn this around, they'll be pulled out.
They hate me. And what's funny is a lot of the fake people just took a picture in Malmo with dev jackets on. You know, over half of those people are fake.
Right, so this is the photo in question, and I'm going to display my ignorance here and basically say I recognize like 3 people. You got DJ Tickle, who is highlighted by his epic gingerness. pretty damn sure that's Wids, who is highlighted by the most uncaring look imaginable, like he has 90% of the time. And Nothing But Skills, who just exudes American tourist like he does all of the damn time. I've also been told GC Rock is somewhere in this photo, who GC Rock actually is, I honestly couldn't tell you. I'm pretty sure it's the guy in the white cap. The weird thing is I do know what GC Rock looks like. I just can't place him in this picture for some very bizarre reason. And I've probably heard of the others if I heard their name, but I have no idea who they are visually. Pretty sure the guy that's on the step behind Nothing But Skills is solid FPS, or at least it looks somewhat like him. So let's now address the whole fake thing. DJ Tickle is probably, I would argue, one of the best Division 2 content creators on the market at the moment. Wids, I haven't watched since early days Division 2, when my knowledge and understanding of the game outgrew what he could deliver. But both of these people are certainly not fake. If you're new or uber casual within the Division 2, GC Rock is probably the best source of information. I do find that you can outgrow him pretty quick, but if you're happy just staying at the casual level and just chilling throughout, GC Rock is probably, definitely top 3 Division 2 creators. Nothing But Skills I have a weird relationship with. I don't rate his videos. I don't rate his builds. I've told him this directly. He just laughed at me. We had a great conversation about it. I ended up playing a few games with him throughout Warlords of New York. I told him he needs to stop using Memento. He continued to laugh at me. And then a bunch of people were like, hey, you and Nothing But Skills should do a collab. He was up for it. And I never got back to him because I'm an idiot. And Solid FPS, from what I understand, is actually a great guy. He's got an immense amount of knowledge. He is very much a real person, has a deep understanding of how games work at a fundamental level. My only issue with him is his knowledge is like 3 years old and he hasn't quite caught up yet. All of them are absolutely not fake people. Absolutely not. To call them anything other than some of the best content creators within the Division 2 space is laughable.
That shit was so funny. They were like, why weren't you in Sweden? It was like, dude, I don't want to stand next to fake fucks.
No, you weren't in Sweden for the same reason that I weren't in Sweden. Weren't invited. But I'm not going to cry about it because I know the reason I wasn't invited is because, one, I'm not large enough. 2, I'm a very divisive figure within the Division 2 because that's where I've placed myself. You genuinely think you're doing something good, but all you do is cause controversy. I mean, raise your hand if you were kicked off of the elite task force for being a absolute snot-nosed little prick.
Like, I'd be the guy that calls them out. I'd be the guy that's like, hey, didn't NGN buy 50,000 subs a year ago, and didn't NGN not get, like...
Little bro's dragging NGN into this. No. The only crime NGN has ever committed is he makes the Division 2 lore sound way more interesting than it actually is, which is just a testament to his writing skill and goddamn his voice. Ugh. I'm not gay, but I would. Like, seriously? Seriously? And I'm afraid to say, KVD, that if you were calling people out, you would be known for calling people out. And trust me, I do have a dog in this particular fight because, yeah. And the sad thing is, you haven't called anyone out. And when you do it through the safety and security of your following on Twitch, because this is the 3rd time that you've done something like this on your streams. You've done it with DJ Tickle and Nothing But Skills. You then did it with DJ Tickle and me, and now you're doing it with everyone. The funny thing is, though, you don't do it on a platform of where people are actually capable of arguing with you. I have made loads of videos and tagged you in them because I get stupid people coming in and making really fucking dumb claims because they're using your videos as a reference and I have to frigging correct them. And this happens way more than you think it would. So no, you're not calling anyone out. You're a child bully that hides behind a screen. I would love to be able to sit down and talk to you one day, but sadly, I'm in the UK and you're in land of the free and home of the tariffs. But you don't actually engage with any of your peers to broaden your horizons. And this has actually happened multiple times. When you were wanting a sub 9-minute run on the Incursion on PC, remind me who it is you came to. Remind me. And then you went out and posted lies saying that you had the world record in Lincoln Memorial. I challenged you on it and you didn't even reply.
What, 2,000 subs in the last year? Yeah, it's because he bought all of his shit. You know why Wids is at 200K for the last 8 years? It's because Wids bought his shit.
From my limited interactions with Wids, Wids is actually a pretty nice guy. He's always open to a conversation, and he's generally quite down to earth. That being said, I am 99.9% sure that Wiz would absolutely body you, my guy. Like, are you sure you want to go down that road? On a serious note, Wiz actually took a massive extended break, which is why his channel suffered in terms of growth. He was off doing other things, looking after himself. I believe he went back to school and is working on a degree, a master's degree or something. He's got himself back in education. So, I'm sorry, he's massively further up there in my book than you are. Massively.
You know why Nothing But Skills is stuck at 200K for the last 5 years? It's because he faked his shit.
Goddamn, Skills can never catch a break, can he? No, Skills actually doesn't fake anything. If anything, the only thing he really fakes is that smile he has. Like, he always seems like he's the happiest person on earth, and it's just like, dude, could you just have like a personal problem at some point, please, to make you seem more human? Like, I actually watched his video covering this as well, and the whole way through it, despite the fact that a lot of it is aimed directly at him, he's happy and smiling the whole way through it. It's just like, dude, how do you do this? But he also runs multiple channels. He's got one for streaming, one for videos. He's got like a shorts one. This is actually a common practice that a lot of content creators actively do, just because the algorithm on YouTube is really weird. If you start streaming, it starts promoting your videos. And if you stop doing videos, it promotes your stream. It's weird. So having multiple channels and managing multiple channels is the better way to do this. However, it does also individually limit growth on each one. Like, this is, I don't want to say it's common knowledge, but if you're actively engaged on like YouTube and streaming, these are sort of like basic things that you should know. KVD over here just flexing his IQ that's low enough to keep meat safe. Like, damn.
That's why he has another channel. Like, you can't fake your shit, man. Real people recognize real. And I'm the guy that would call all them fake fucks and show them.
Then do it. Then do it. I mean, you're saying this because you've got receipts, right? Though I am curious to know if your receipts would beat mine. You know, that time where you attacked someone's child. Yeah. Remember that time? Remember that time where you actively went out of your way to insult someone's newborn child?
And they know that. So when you see me there, you know it's going to be legit.
Hostile hive detected.
Supply drop being claimed by friendly. The specialization supply drop was just
I mean,
picked up by
it's
a-
all right to pump fake people and their fake numbers. It looks good optics-wise. But in reality, it's not a good look if all you're doing is pumping up fake people.
Reason number 5,428 as to why you were not invited.
GG's.
That's one for the friendlies. The enemy just pulled
Azrael talks now. I see you, brother. I see you, man. GG's. Give this guy his flowers. GG's, man. GG's. Oh, there you go, Matty Ice. Oh, yeah, that was when I first started playing on PlayStation 2. Wasn't that funny? Yeah. Acting like he was beating up on me on my main account. And then when everyone found out that he was doing that for views, he stopped playing PvP and he went over to Call of Duty.
This is in reference to Nothing But Skills. Yet again, like I said, bro can't catch a break. KVD and Nothing But Skills had like a weird PvP battle war thing going on. After a bit of back and forth, Nothing But Skills basically stopped and started playing Call of Duty, which KVD is attributing to him. Apparently, he was unable to realize that it also completely coincided with at the time, it was the big new one, but the release of a new Call of Duty, which Nothing But Skills wanted to get involved in. There's this thing called Circumstance, which for someone who claims to have all of this insight and knowledge was apparently unable to fathom that, maybe something else happened which caused Nothing But Skills to leave. Weird.
All those fake fucks, man. You know why no one else streams on Twitch when I stream and they wait until I'm off? Their shit's fake. And they don't want to be seen under me. Like, it's so fake, dude. It's so fake.
No, it's probably more like they don't want to deal with you. There's this thing I like to call the Moxie effect. And this is actually the exact reason I basically stopped playing as well as doing content for The First Descendant. Whenever you put a video out, you get hit with like 50,000 people being like, that's not true because X content creator said so. The reason I call it the Moxie effect is at the time with The First Descendant, it all came from a guy called Moxie. Nothing bad against Moxie. He was actually doing a really good job, had great videos. People were just misinterpreting it and then running off with it and then basically spamming other content creators. It's also the same reason DJ Tickle stopped covering First Descendant, was because so many people would watch Moxie, who put out decent content but wasn't completely informed. They then come to your channel and basically bury you because they're following or not understanding what was being said. So when you go live, the same thing fucking happens. But you know what? Bet. Absolutely bet. I actively hate streaming, but the next time you go live, I'm going to go live as well, and I'll even give you a little heads up because I'll like tag you in everything as well, and you and I can have a nice little chat. How about that? Also, again, time zones are a thing because I don't see you stream all that often, but for me, the larger, more beneficial and better streamers are mostly actually in Europe, Germany, Denmark, etc., etc. So yeah, time zones are a thing, my guy.
I could sit here and talk about these fake ass channels for days, man. It's so fake.
And we can rebuttal and prove you wrong every single damn time.
The people that I support and the people that I back are real. They're real people, and I know they're real. So whenever you see people like Graybeard or Splinter Shield, those are real people with real organic followings and real communities. When you start seeing those narcissists that pump out fake numbers to make themselves look good, you'll start to see their communities are not there. Their communities are nowhere to be seen. They don't have the following because it's not organic. It's not real. You know what I mean? Just saying. Just saying. What I'm speaking is the truth, and whenever they try to speak out against me, ask them for proof. Ask them for evidence, because they don't have shit on me, because I'm real.
That's a great point. That is actually a great point. Always ask for proof. KVD, where's your proof that Nothing But Skills is fake? Where's your proof that Wids is fake? DJ Tickle, Solid FPS, GC Rock. Where's your proof? Provide proof, please. I'm going off of your example now. I'm using your words. Where is your fucking proof?
Anyways, I'm done about that. Moving on. I have a few more games before I gotta get out of here and go adult.
Well, wasn't that fun? A delusional take from Clown Von Douche. And doesn't actually seem to realise that the big problem with the Division 2 content creation basically starts and ends with him. I'm in that circle as well, don't get me wrong. I am fully aware that what I do isn't exactly beneficial to the Division 2 content space, but sometimes in order to fight toxic pieces of shit, you need a toxic piece of shit. Anyway, have fun. Good luck. Don't die. It's bad for the health.